manga artists are no strangers to legal troubles. All the allegations throughout the years have got me to the point where I live in perpetual fear of waking up to news about my favorite mangaka secretly using orphan blood as their ink or something. But today, we're not talking about those cases, you know the ones I mean. No, today we're talking about something a bit more silly, but something that still, I think, can hold some valuable insight into Japanese society and their outlooks. Our story's protagonist is Megumi Igarashi, a Japanese artist going by the alias of Rokudenashiko, meaning something like good-for-nothing girl. Throughout her career, she has made a name for herself with her so-called decoman art, which revolves around her finding creative ways to incorporate the shape of her own vagina into various artistic displays. She's also made decoman manga, as well as her own original character, Manko-chan, or Miss Pussy. Yeah, I'm just giving up on monetizing this video, that's not gonna happen. The intent behind the art is to promote body positivity and fight the stigma and censorship around female sex organs in Japanese society. And if that was all there was to the story, then we'd still have a fairly interesting topic on our hands, but as you may be able to guess, things happened. Specifically, they started happening around 2013, when Rokudenashiko, as many great artists before her, started feeling the constraints of a medium. You see, the problem with using your own vagina for your artwork is that your vagina is, well, vagina-sized. But what if you wanted something bigger than that? Or to use Rokudenashiko's own words, something vaginormous. Yep, that is what she called it, yep. To achieve her great vision, she turned her head towards 3D scanning and went to crowdfunding to create a full digital model of her vagina. People were more than willing to support her in her pursuit, and in 2014 the first project stood ready to be shown to the world. You may ask what marvelous creation she decided to make first thing after her quest for vaginormity had been achieved. Well, she made a boat. A vagina-shaped kayak. Hey, I mean, why not? Well, actually, the police may have an answer to that, or at least they think they do, because shortly after the maiden voyage, Rokudenashiko was arrested on charges of obscenity. Yes, that's right, the police showed up to her door, handcuffs and everything, all because she made a fanny ferry. They even took the boat as well, or parts of it anyway. Allegedly, they wanted to take the entire Gucci canoe in as evidence, but settled for just the vulva, as the entire thing was apparently too big. I mean, it was vaginormous after all. They didn't just settle for the down there dinghy either. A large portion of the artist's work was confiscated as part of the investigation. So, in other words, in a country with one of the most bizarrely varied and advertised adult toy industries, where porn magazines line the shelves of your regular convenience stores, and where a multitude of festivals are held in honor of the reproductive organ, both male and female, a woman was now charged with the possibility of 2 years in prison just for making this vagina vessel. Clearly, it was ridiculous, and the world at large seemed to agree. The story made headlines the world over, and the artist herself ended up creating a manga about her experiences with the police, the release of which got her arrested again. The manga was called What is Obscenity? The story of a good-for-nothing artist and her pussy, and it even got an English physical release courtesy of Koyama Press in Toronto. In the end, she was found innocent in court, at least on the charges related to the pussy pontoon itself, though she was still fined 400,000 yen for the distribution of the 3D model as part of the crowdfunding campaign. Despite this, the artist continued her activities, and she's still fighting for her right to artistic expression and against the double standard regarding the discussion around female genitalia in Japan. She even went out and thanked the Japanese police, as the case helped her reach an even bigger audience on the global scale, calling them her biggest supporters. And to further close the book on a happy ending, after the story made global news, Scottish musician Mike Scott reached out to Megumi Igarashi in support, and the two of them got married in 2016 and now have a son together. In Rokudenashiko's own words, "Now, I appreciate the Japanese police who have been like an online dating website for us and made us happy." Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to learn more about artists pushing the boundaries of what is acceptable in manga, then check out this video I did on a very peculiar manga magazine. Or, if you would like to see how another artist would come to inspire generations of manga artists to come, then check out the last video on the most influential manga school to ever exist. This has been Avantgarde, and I'll see you next time.